How many of you out there are hearing my voice and feeling that for yourself? You're a strong, powerful, independent woman, and you don't want to have to ask anybody for help because they might think you're weak. You can't do it. It doesn't really make sense, right? It's not logical. We know that everybody needs help sometimes. We know that there are teams of people that do things for you in your work, especially in the hospital giving birth, all over in your life. You have teams of people that help and do. But when you have to ask specifically, there's something about that feels a lot like weakness. And in relationship, especially with spouses, having to tell them what you actually really need to feel fulfilled or to feel happy or comfortable feels like the biggest weakness or the biggest failure. For so many of us, we think if our partner really knew us, if they really loved us, they would know what we need. They would know what we want. I know you're hearing me and knowing that you've done this, right? Think about having a fight with your spouse because they couldn't read your mind. Really, we do it all the time, especially we women. We think that the men in our lives especially should know what we want. And if they don't, then that is somehow really a negative on them, but also a negative on us. And that doesn't really make sense. Other people are not inside our heads. They don't have our emotions. They don't come with the history that we come with. And so even though we might be in the same house, in the same room, in the same conversation or argument, there is no possible way that we can have the same perspective.